everyone. Welcome to my very first multi-stream. This is the first time that I have linked my YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, and TikTok. So I hope it works out. So today, I'm going to be coloring with Magical Fairy Home. Okay, sorry, I just want to try and bring up my chat here. If I can get a chat on this. Okay, so this is going to be the page that I'm coloring today. Let's see if it works. Oh no, that's pirate. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I have selected a few colors to start off with. A new system to kind of contain all of my mess I'm coloring. So I'm going to start with, I think, the UI, I think it's called a UI2, which is here, and the GY6. So I think I'm going to do the GY6 for the top part here. So I am using the Ohuhu brush tip markers, and today, so what I am going to be doing as well is swatching out. Oh geez, I already got it all over myself. So this is going to be for the top. GY6. And then what I do, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's happening, is I also use my colored pencils to shade and highlight. So once I'm ready, I will grab a color that's going to coordinate. That's why I swatch it out as well, so I can see what colored pencil is going to work. Nice. I'm making men from my arms. And all my stuff, I have so much stuff here. And of course my tea. Hi, it's actually a coloring book. This is Magical Fairy Home, and I have done a couple of pages already. My lives, let's see if I can show you the one I did yesterday. Oh, that was on the second. But I really love coloring these grayscale books and have so much fun with them. Hi Sherry, the colored pencils are the Color pencils, and I got myself a nice case. They came in a tin, but I do prefer to have them in a case so I can get at them easier and they're a little more organized. But these are the Color pencils, and I also have the Amazon Basics, which I absolutely love. Those are good too if you're into coloring. They're a lot of fun to use. So to get started, I'm trying not to get these. One of my viewers the other night told me what these are. Now I forget. The nubs. Grogues. I want to call them Grogues. I know they're not, but there's something fancy. Just coloring around all of these. Hi, Brittany. I do too. It's art therapy for me. I don't draw, so I love using coloring books, and I love the grayscale books. Thanks for all the... I'm already at 250 likes on my TikToks. Thank you so much. Oh, Brittany, so I have PTSD too. So we can color together. I have anxiety, terrible anxiety. So working through that. Coloring, honestly, and I crochet as well. I enjoy being crafty. But when I'm coloring, my mind actually quiets down because I'm concentrating on this. But not so much when I'm crocheting, I guess because I've been doing it for so long. Here, got here. Oh, I do. Yeah, I love these markers as well. These are the Ohuhu markers, and I love using a brush tip. I've said it before, if you've been in any of my lives before, this brush tip makes it feel like I'm using a paintbrush, and I'm an artist. Well, I'm not. I just enjoy coloring. This one's still in this part here, the underside of the gills. Hi, Julia. Oh, I actually have one too. I have a Swearword coloring book. Hi, Thomas. Yeah, I not the crazy mushrooms, but I do like very tight mushrooms. Okay. So now that I've done this part, what I'm going to do is let it dry. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys. So, oh no, I did it wrong. So look at, I've already goofed. Anyways, I use a page protector with a couple of pieces of paper inside of it and behind my image to keep it from transferring onto the next page, like this one here. I put it under the wrong page, or maybe I was going to color this one and kind of did it wrong. Anyways, it's not a lost cause. I can fix that for sure. But I am going to it does, when you're using the page protectors, because it is a plastic, it keeps the alcohol markers a little damp for a little longer if you are if you're going to be blending with your alcohol markers. But I'm not. So I picked out a couple colors here. This is UI2, and I forget what I was going to do with them. So let me swatch them out and see how they are. I love that one. That is the UI2. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, this one's better. I think I'm going to use this for the stock. and 120. And then if you guys can give me a little inspiration of, you know, once I'm done some of these other colors, what color should I do these little bumps? These are spooky. Blue. Help me, Andrea. Do them a nice blue. So I'm not going all the way down here because I am going to be blending the roof in with a brown. This marker needs a recharge. So let's see. The slower you go, the more ink it deposits down. So let's see if that's going to work. That's not good. And like I said, I'm going to be going over and shading it with the colored pencils. So let's do the roof. I think we want to use like a cool brown. I can't even read what these are anymore. Y7. I'm going to have to print up another copy of this. This is going to be my roof. Ooh, that's going to be nice. So get some fun colors. Y7. So this is going to be the roof. And what I'm going to do after is I'm going to blend it in, probably with that darker green. Nice color. I love using these books because sometimes you use colors that you normally wouldn't use in one of those bold and easy books. I do like them as well, but I just want to kind of look a little bit up into this color here. And I'm going to bring it, because it's kind of close to the color at the top, I'm going to bring this into some of these stems and up the side here, and then really blend in that other green. Remember what I used. Oh no, that's the top. That's the top part. This will actually blend those two colors pretty well together. That's good. I'm going to do the wood here and maybe some little details in the wood color as well. So keeping with this kind of theme here, maybe this Y, no, that's not quite dark enough. This E300. Sometimes I pick out my colors ahead of time, but most times I don't. It's part of the fun of going live. Okay. And I think it's do lighten up a little bit once it's dry. And if you've been in any of my lives before, you know that I don't worry about it being absolutely perfect. I do like the colors to be a little bit uneven. It lends to the whimsy of the page, or whatever you want to say. It makes it look not so dark. It gives it a little bit of dimension. And just a little bit under here. And I think I'm going to do this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do this front part yet. I went over a tiny bit. That's okay. Doesn't matter if you go over a little bit. Maybe I will take these. It looks like these might be brick. I'm going to take this all the way around the brown. Bring this up here. We'll be adding details in a little later. Okay, so now I'm going to let this dry, and I am going to start shading the top here before I do the blue or the bumps. Actually, why don't I pick up the blue just kind of so I know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to use the green blue, maybe G340. That would kind of go, or yeah, or G322. Let's see. That would be cool. That's going to look nice, and it kind of goes with the screen. So that is the G322. Let me shade here first. So this is where I'm gonna use my colored pencil. Thanks, Andrea, I love it too. So for the yellow, I might go like with gold or light brown. So let's see, this kind of looks like it's a fun color, yellow ochre. So that's when I take my, I'm not sure if I like that one. I'll keep it out just in case. Maybe this ginger yellow. I think this one might be better. A little more light. Okay, so these are the Color colored pencils, and to give them a little sharpen. And then I just really follow the shading that's already there, and honestly, you only need a little bit to really make a difference. I'm just going over where there's already the shading from the grayscale. And on the underside here. And I do try and follow the direction, I guess you'd call it. I'm combining the alcohol markers with the colored pencils. This kind of, for me, it saves my hands. I do love using colored pencils, but the alcohol markers makes it so much easier to get the coverage for, you know, the base of whatever you're doing. And I'm going underneath here with this yellow just to kind of pull all that color together over top of the black. I may go over with a gray to really make it stand out later on. But this does give it a little bit of pop. Okay. I'm going to use my white. This is actually my, oh, that's the wrong one. Is it? Yes, it is. It's the wrong one. I'm looking for my Amazon white colored pencil, which is, I think I put it in here. We use, this is my favorite right now, my favorite white colored pencil. So now I'm going to use this. This is the Amazon Basics. I'm going to use this white to highlight some of these spots down here, or up here, I guess. You don't need a lot. Just one. I use too much underneath here, but the highlights. All right, now I'm going to take my blender. I use the Stadler. It's called the blending stump. I just call it a blender. And now I'm going to just make sure you give it a rub on a piece of paper or use a piece of sanding paper to get some of the other or the old color off, because it can transfer onto your page, onto your coloring. So that just makes everything nice and smooth. And okay, let's do the blue for these bumps. I can't remember who looked it up for me now. I should go back and check it out. Go back through my lives and see what they're called. And just be aware that anytime you're using markers with Amazon books, especially because they are just printed by Amazon, just to, you know, if you are going close to a line, give yourself a little bit of room if you don't want any bleed over. For me, occasionally it doesn't bother me. There we go. It's nice to use fun colors with these books. If you didn't want to use the colored pencils to shade, you wouldn't even need to. Grayscale is it for you. Okay, those are super. I'm going to let those dry. And I think what I'm going to do is the little one. There's some little ones down here. I think I'm going to do these like a red. I'll make these the white cap ones. Oh, Batty, you said if you make it red on the other side. So I'm going to save the red for down here. And I think, I'm not sure what color to do this background. I'm going to let these dry and then shade them. Maybe I will start shading this and then work on this bottom part. So goldenrod yellow, that would be nice. That would be really nice, actually. Let's see. I'm thinking like the Y1 would be nice, and then I can shade it a little bit darker. That would look really cool. Y1, let's see what that looks like. That's a nice color. Y1. Okay. Let's actually do this and then I can shade everything at the same time. It's really pretty. Areole. Areole, kind of like areola. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for looking that up, Wanda. If I miss any comments, I'm sorry. I'm not always looking at I have an iPad set up and my laptop set up for my multi-stream, so I'm not seeing everything. So I apologize if I miss anyone's comments. I'm going to add some spots in here where maybe that yellow is showing through. That is really nice. That's going to dry really nice. So I'm going to do the bricks in a gray. So maybe a nice cool gray. Maybe this GG020. CG2. CG2. Thank you, Pete. And I think I'm going to use the same gray just down for the walkway here. Again, I'm not super worried about any of these colors kind of going into the leaves in the background or making it super perfect. But you can spend as much time as you want on yours. And I think I need to do maybe just one little darker CG3 for this part around here. I'm going to use my fine tip. Oh, markers are so much fun. So I just use them to put the base down. And then I'm going to go over now and use my colored pencils to highlight the shade. So I think for underneath here, I might just use a gray. Sometimes that's the easiest thing to do is just use a charcoal gray. It's greenish gray, deep brownish gray. There's so many grays. Maybe greenish gray would be good for this one. So this is where I kind of go in again and just kind of see if that's going to work. And I think it will because there is so much shading here with the grayscale. I think that would be it. I'm going to grab another one just in case. Oh, that's black. That would be too dark. Silver gray, light gray. I'm going to pick up a couple grays. Side. This might be a better gray. I think this will work better. I think that will work better for all of them. I just kind of swatched it out here. It's a little bit lighter. And I might actually use some around the Aurole. I can't talk. So this is the fun part for me. I love the shading. And I'm going to take that and underneath here and really make this look like a shadow. Even though I went over it with that brownish color, this will just kind of make it look like a shadow. Hi, Miley. This is the coloring book, just so everyone knows I didn't draw this. This is from Magical Fairy Homes coloring book, but it's fun to color. And I'm just going over that alcohol marker with the colored pencil, and you can add in shadows wherever you want. Right? Like, I'm just using the grayscale for inspiration, and then kind of wherever else you think there would be a shadow, like here and maybe along this far side, this little stem, and same here, a little stem over here is going to get some. And also, I'm going to do a tiny bit in behind the peak here, just to make it look like it's standing out. Just give it a little shadow. Okay, now I think I am going to try it on this blue. I think this would be great. Let me do a little spot up here. It looks so good. I'm just using really, really light pressure, and I'm just kind of trying to add a little bit of shadow to make them look a little more round, a little more three-dimensional. And where one in front of the other, there's going to be a shadow cast. So just once you play around with it, you get the hang of where the light would be hitting, where the shadows would be falling. And if you don't want to shade, you don't have to shade. This is just my creative process. I'm not adding a ton. You could go as lighter, as dark as you wanted. Oh, that actually might be good. Let me see. I might add a little bit of gray kind of under some of these up here, just along the edge. See how subtle that is, but it makes such a difference. The difference between here and here. I like this blue color. Okay. Again, I'm just going to add a little bit under these. Maybe a tiny bit here. This is actually a great color to shade with. These colored pencils are the Color colored pencils, and I also use the Amazon Basics. But these, I do love my Color set. I can't remember, I think there was a 120 or 180 set that I got. Pardon me, and I just bought a case to hold everything because I found it easier than the tin that it comes in. But these are beautiful colored pencils. I find them nice and smooth and fun to use. So I'm going to use a little bit of this gray. The gray is really working with this color palette. Thank you, Phoenix. Get a tiny bit under here. Now I'll take that white. Didn't really do didn't do much around here, but so when you add in the white, watch what happens when you add a tiny bit of highlight, like hardly using any at all. They're a lot different than the Crayola. I do have Crayola for some skin tones, but I do find the colored pencils to be a little more, to be softer and smoother. And the color lays down really nicely. So they're definitely a step up from the Crayola ones. But I have used both. And honestly, if you're looking for something that's budget friendly, try the Amazon Basics. I was super impressed. This is one of the Amazon Basics, and it lays down nice and smoothly and is really easy to blend. Here. Just adding a tiny bit here. And now I am going to go add some highlights to these blue Airole. I got to learn how to say that word. Cute little bumps here. And I'm just using a tiny bit, not really, no rhyme or reason really, just at the top where there would be the light hitting it. And then I'm going to go over, I'm going to shade this first, and then I'm going to smudge everything before I go on. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this gray along these little bricks. You know, where there would be a shadow. And just a tiny bit. And then along the side, imagine there'd be a shadow there. And also a little bit on the steps. Now the blender. I'm taking my paper and just making sure that color is not going to transfer. No, wipe off both sides. You can see, well, maybe you guys can't, but it is kind of transferring some of that yellow color from up top and the brown. Now I'm going to lightly just go over everything and melt those colors together. It doesn't melt it actually, but it just makes it so nice and smooth. And take away some of those harsh lines. Ooh, I didn't highlight the yellow. I love that goldenrod yellow. So that white. My pencils are so well behaved. This This white one is my favorite. I try to use it for everything. I'm just gonna add a couple little highlights in here. So just so you know, I don't know if you were here, Kira, if you were here when I did the base. So I used alcohol markers in behind, like to lay down the color in with the alcohol markers, and then I go over with the color pencil. So that's why it's so much more forgiving. Or it looks a little, I don't know. I just like the way it looks. All right, so I think I need, maybe I will do the door. Should I do the door the same blue? And then the garden will have a lot of colors in it. I think I might do the door blue. And I can always shade it. I love it. I love this color. Again, I'm not making it super, what is the word I'm trying to look for? I'm not making it super solid. It to be in varying degrees of opaqueness. Saturated. Thank you, Julie. I'm having brain farts today. So this one I just used. These are all the Ohuhu brush tips, and this color is the G322, so pale aqua mint. Thanks, Julie. Oh. I heard tea break. Okay, I'm gonna let that one kind of sit for a second. Now, let's pick out the greens and some of the flowers for in here, and then I'll do this little lantern and some of these, the hanging moss and stuff while I'm doing the garden. So I think yesterday I used the 420. I think I used G420, and I'm not sure if this is the one that is kind of on its way out or not. So I'm just going to, oh, that's cool. That's a nice one. So this is going to be for the most of the leaves down here. I do everything kind of in a big mashup. The Ohuhus are a little bit expensive. You can find some quality, you can get some quality Amazon, like the no-name ones. They just don't blend quite as well. Like you can see here where these colors kind of, when you overlap them, you can get a nice blend. But sometimes that doesn't happen with the other ones. But oh, thank you for the gift, Julie. Oh, thank you. Okay, and let's pick out the mushroom color. I don't know. I really want them to be red. So, but maybe a muted red, and then I can add some, I don't know, R2 maybe. I think they need to be super bright. They do go through the page, Phoenix. So I put you can put a couple pieces of paper. You can see on the back here how much it's kind of gone through with the marker. but I just use a page protector with a couple sheets of paper in it, and make sure in between that you wipe it off. You can get it with, wipe it off with a little bit of alcohol and a paper towel after you're done, just so it doesn't seep through your next, the next page you're going to be coloring. But yeah, that's why it's important to put something underneath, because it will kind of go through. Sorry, which red was I going to use? Maybe I'll use like a reddish green. I think the RP1 might be good. So let's have a look. RP1. And what was the other? R2. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just going to see what color the mushroom tops. So this is the R2. And this is RP1. Oh, that's too pink. I think that's too pink. RP1. Yes. Just put it back and now I can't remember which one it was. RP1. Okay, so I think I'm going to do them the R2. Maybe I will do the green first and then add the red over top. Oh no, is it freezing? I'm not sure. I'm multi-streaming, but I've only got TikTok going from my phone, nothing else. So I'm not sure if anyone else is finding that it's freezing. I hope not. Sorry, Julie. But this is fun too, because I just kind of follow some of the blades of grass and really just color it in. Hi, Lena. Okay, good. Sometimes it is my connection, but I do have it connected to the Ethernet, so I should be okay. So now I'm taking this green and I'm going over anything that's going to be leaves. So basically everything on this side except for these mushrooms. And then along here I'll do the green. I will leave some of these. I won't make them into flowers, and then I'll take it up to about here, and then these will be flowers as well. Oh, and maybe I'll do these little things up here. Why don't I use this color to pull in this like moss hanging stuff? That's kind of neat. Just take this color. Way down. And then I can shade and highlight how I want. I actually might add, I do like adding a little bit of a light yellowish green to the tips of the leaves. Again, precision isn't really necessary. You can. I don't want to. Oh yeah, I love coloring. It's such a stress relief, and I feel like I'm a creative outlet, right? Like I find that I can be so creative with these books, and with the bold and easy ones too. If you're doing the patterns and stuff, but I find them stressful sometimes because you're covering a large area. It streaks sometimes, but these ones, for me, it doesn't matter. I love the look. It kind of looks like a watercolor painting in some spots. right, now I'll take this one over here. And some cute little mushrooms here, so I'm going to do the leaves here. This is a nice green. I think I forgot to write down what it is. B420. Thank you, Enid. That's so sweet. I have been coloring for a long time. Well, not adult coloring books, but I started about a year ago. But, you know, I've been coloring most of my life. And I'm over 50, guys. So I have been doing this a long time. I'm just kind of adding in some green color here. I might leave a little bit to take that. I'm going to use a yellow green kind of to blend some of these colors together. And just add some color in here. No, I haven't tried the watercolor. It wants me to do that. Hang on, guys. I got a TikTok wants me to move my puzzle piece. Did that work? Okay, good. Gosh, I hate that thing. Just let me stay on live. I think that GY6. I might, you know what? I might try that next. I was gonna try and save up with some Copic markers. How are you saying them? Copics? But I think I'd like to try the watercolors. So I'm just kind of going in with this other, the green yellow, so this one from the top, and adding in a little bit of random bits of green, and then I can kind of go over it again with the other green if I want to, and see how this turns out. Thanks for that tip, Julie. I think I will try them. And now I just kind of tap over where I've gone with the yellow, just to blend it in a tiny bit. The yellow green. Almost like stippling in spots. That just makes it blend in a little bit. Thank you guys. I'm at 2K. That's amazing. I appreciate it so much. Okay, now let's do these mushrooms. Sorry, another tea break. Okay, so this I know, because I've used this so much, that this is a really juicy marker. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the gift, Sarah Bear. Sarah Bear. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. So I am going to kind of keep it inside the line because I don't want this to bleed. And I know it will because I've worked with these markers so much. I'm going to kind of go inside the line a little bit and use tiny strokes. Ooh, okay. I will check them out. Yeah, I mean, I need more art supply, but it would be fun to try. I'm just going to use a little bit lighter touch in that center part. I think that looks pretty good. It's very bright, but it's supposed to be. These little mushrooms, these little red cap mushrooms, are super bright and pretty. So I'm like the other one, I don't want it to bleed over. And if you wait long enough, sometimes it will kind of seep right to that line. Oh, Lena, what's my favorite color? Purple. Purple, which is why I think oh no, it was one of my gnomes. I just did purple. But yeah, I love purple. Or do you mean what marker color is my favorite? I have many. These are also good. What's your favorite color? I really don't want this to run over the line, so I'm being really careful. This coloring book is called Magical Fairy Homes. And it's got they're mostly mushrooms. I think there's a couple of trees, but yeah, it's so much fun to color. And you can do so much with them. I think that's a leaf there. But thank you, I love it so much. Again, I'm being very careful around this little cap. Down here. There we go. Oh, so Lena, we're the same. We like purple. Look how bright that is. That's so crazy. And I think it's going to do the stems like a brownish gray, maybe. What color? Maybe the Y7. Maybe a similar color to up here. So I'm not pulling out every single color I have. I'm going to use my fine tip. That's a good color for these. And I'm going to just do this little side stem. Same. Okay, so now that this is kind of dry, I think I'm going to shade the door with a blue and the white. So I want to let all this stuff dry down here before I start shading. What are my blues? There they go. So let's see. Maybe this one. Sometimes it's hard to tell. That's why I like to swatch it out. So okay. See what this is like. It's not working for me. Maybe this dark blue here. Ooh. I think this is the winner. That's good. So this is where I'm going to fade along here. And then bring it up some of the planks. On the bottom. Oh, it's much better when I put everything. So what I usually do is I just throw all the markers that I've been using, supplies I've been using to the side, and then my arms kind of pump into them. But I'm using this little, I don't know what it is. I think it was an old candle holder. So I'm going to blend that door. And I think I'm going to do the windows and the light, and then I can finish shading the bottom. So I think the light, I'm going to do that silver, but first I'm going to give it a glow. So I'm going to use like a fluorescent yellow in the windows and around that, around the light. This is yellow. This is fluorescent. Let me see which one I want to use. For the fluorescent one. That one's just the really, really bright fluorescent lemon yellow. Okay, let's start around here. Sorry, I'm going to cover the image a tiny bit. So I'm just going to add a little bit of a glow here where the light is. And also inside here. Imagine that there's a light happening in the middle. It doesn't always show up on the black, but and then I'm going to outline it. I don't know if you guys can even see this one. I can come over it with this other yellow as well. That aside, and let's outline these. I'm going to use a gel pen. Let's see if I've got, oh, I've got my black. I'm thinking about using a silver, but I don't think I got I don't know where my silver gel pen went. I do have a silver marker. Thank you, Shannon. So I'm going to, actually, I'm going to color it gray first and then put the silver acrylic marker. I don't know where the rest of mine are. I think I gave them to my sister, but I don't know how I ended up with this silver one still. So I'm just going to use a cool gray. This one too. For here. And then I'll highlight it with that silver. And how about I use this for the doorknob? Should have done this brown. Maybe I'll go over it with brown with a little handrail. So I'll put this on back and I'll use a little bit of this brown over here. Blending tips for when you're using alcohol markers, if it stays wet, it's easier to blend the markers together. If you are, so my suggestion is if you're using alcohol markers and you're blending, to put a page protector in behind so it does keep the page a little wet a little longer. And for the colored pencils that I use over top, my suggestion is to get a blending tool or a blending stump. I will show you those in 1 second. But they really do help. I'm not sure I like this. This gel pen. Maybe I'll put silver over top of this. Sometimes the gel pens don't do it for me. But this is the blending stump that I use, or the blender. And basically what I do is when I've put so I color with my alcohol markers first, and then I will add in shading and highlights with a colored pencil, and then I kind of blend them all together with one of these. You could also use a Q-tip or your finger if you want. Up to you. I think I'm going to just finish with this black gel pen, and then I'll go over it with the silver. Thank you, Sarah. It's just so much easier. I find putting down the alcohol marker first and then shading and highlighting with your colored pencils. If you have them, I mean, if you don't have them, you know, you use what you got, right? But I love layering the two. There, that's just covering that a tiny bit. Maybe a little outline there. Flourish on the door. Okay. So I'm going to just a little bit here. I'm going to start shading and highlighting the this, actually, why don't I do these little flowers? Little flowers, I think are going to be purple. So I think because I love purple, or maybe, oh, to keep the bluish theme, maybe like a periwinkle color. So kind of a purpley blue. Maybe this B340. B340 is, there it is, lavender mint. So I'm just going to, like I did with the leaves, is just dab some color in here. Try not to cover the image, but I gotta put my hand somewhere. And you can put these kind of, you know, if you wanted to add a flower somewhere, like in here, I'm just going to add some of this blue. Do I have a green out? I did. Greenish blue. Purple with green. No, that's not right. So let's gotta figure out a green to go over this green in the background here. So let's grab my greens. The only thing is, this is a little bit awkward to use when I've got my setup. It's fine when I'm not got all these cameras and stuff set up, but let's try this one. Good. It's anyway darker. Dark bluish green. That's perfect. Okay, so this is where I'm just going to kind of go in behind some of the things that are already there. Hi Swift, hello from Vancouver. I'm in Ontario. Hi David. Hello, Ashley's back. Hello, Ashley. Oh, you're so sweet. Ashley's amazing. I love all you guys, actually. Now I'm just kind of shading in behind some of the leaves to make them stand out. Underneath some of the leaves, in behind, in between. No rhyme or reason, really. This gives it a little bit of color and shadows. Just make it more exciting. All right. Take it over to this side. And with the grayscale books, it shows you where to shade, basically. So it's easier. You don't even need to shade. You don't even need to use the colored pencils if you don't want, or you can only use colored pencils, but not necessary. I love it. Once again, it doesn't need to be precise. I'm going to add this darker color under here. And these leaves. And up here. This will be a little darker, I think. I'm going to sharpen this. Thank you, David. Okay, I think now is the exciting part. I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna shade first, and then highlight, and then I'm going to add in the spots. Aerole. I think they're called. I have to look it up again. Okay. But maybe I'll use a brown, or maybe the gray. The gray would actually make it really stand out. So I don't always use gray when I'm shading, but sometimes if you want something to have a lot of depth, you can use a nice gray. But always go light. You can always add on if you want. And actually, if you don't like it, you can use an eraser with the colored pencils. It will work over top of the colored pencils if you don't like it. Or sorry, it will work if you're erasing colored pencils that is layered on top of the alcohol markers. But it will not erase alcohol markers, just so you guys know. So I'm just following the roundness of the mushroom. Those are pretty good. And you'll see a difference on this side too. Right, doesn't need a lot. Just a tiny bit of this gray, and it makes such a huge difference. White. Here comes the white. So this is going to be the highlight. Just like give them a little tiny sharpen. And lightly again, just along the top and wherever you want it to highlight. So sometimes you think like along the bottom, there's gills here, so maybe it would be a little three-dimensional. So a highlight there would be a normal thing, right? Sure. When I need to add a little highlight here, so I'm just going to do some squigglies to make it look like there's Ashley, thank you. Betty and everything. Oh my gosh. You're amazing. Thank you to everyone. I'm not seeing if there's you guys have sent gifts. Sometimes they show up. They're showing up for Ashley's, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm just adding a little bit of white in amongst all of this stuff. It's kind of willy-nilly, but I have a plan. Okay. Thank you for the follow. I just saw a follow popped up. That's so great. Thank you guys so much. Down in here. Maybe I'll just use my this purple. Maybe I'll use purple Sharpie and do my little dots up here. Kind of add a little bit of color without actually shading or anything. And same for down here. I'm not worried about the details really. I just want a little bit of color. So these are the Sharpie Creative. This is a brush tip. We do have the bullet tips too. I'll show you that. Got those tips. Just got these at Walmart. Sharpie Creative. They're fun. They're acrylic markers. Right. Before I do the top here, I'm going to blend again all of the colored pencils that I put down on this stuff. I have to be careful because I did just use the acrylic marker there. I'll just kind of go around it a little bit. And here, the top. So this just kind of blend all those colors together without having harsh lines. It just softens it. Hey, I like it. Well, I have this fluorescent yellow out. I think I might do a little bit here. Just make some of these other little bumps kind of stick out. I think I got these at Walmart too. These are white acrylic markers. This is called Royal Lanicle. Before I use them, I like to give them a little prime, so I'm just kind of tapping it on my page over here. And sometimes when you're doing these over top of the red does seep through, so it'll need a couple of coats. You'll be able to see them better as it dries, that the red does kind of come through a little bit. And you can play around with them, use what already is down but are showing. But I just add them in wherever, make them a little longer, oblong, different sizes. And I'll let those dry for a second before I do another coat. Oh, look at that, so cute. Oh my god, I love it. So maybe what I'll do, I was going to use the silver to highlight. Sorry, I don't want to get my sweater marked up with red. So I'm just going to add kind of some glints here with the silver. And what did I say I was going to do here? I think I said I was going to do the silver here too. It just kind of looks a little bit gray, but it will shine when we move it around a little bit. That actually looks really good. I like that. Add some details in here. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll just make that a cute little, almost like a peephole. Okay. These are okay to do another coat. can just leave them, but they kind of do turn into like a pink color, but I want to make sure I want them to be like white. Super white. I'm going to deposit a little bit extra. That might need a few coats actually. But I can do that. I can do that separately, but I want to show you guys what it looks like with a couple of coats. I'm not sure about the background yet. I may just do a pencil. I sometimes just leave it. But I don't know. What should we make it nighttime? Maybe like a deep blue? These are looking really good. Make it look like this. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let those dry for 1 second while I pick out. I am gonna do it with colored pencils. So I wonder if this not quite dark enough. Light gray might be nice. Let me get that a little sharpened. Ooh, that'd be nice. I'm gonna do this gray with a little bit of blue. Use these two colors. I'm using sapphire blue and slate gray. So these are the colored pencils. Okay. Just gonna make sure these are dry enough before I get my hands all or my sweater. Thank you. Oh, look at it. Hi, Mom. Hi, Sandy. Okay, so my mom's on. That's sweet. All right, I'm just tidying up some stuff so my arms have somewhere to go. So these are the two pencils that I'm going to use for the background, and I'm using a slate gray and then this blue. So I will kind of layer them a little bit. I don't know if I love that actually. Let's see. I've been coloring, well, I've been coloring adult coloring books for about a year, but I have over 50 years of experience with coloring because I used to color as a kid. So now I just color for fun and anxiety. Let's see if I like this blue better. I think this might be, silver gray might be nice. That's a nicer color. I wanted it to be a little more muted. This is a little too bright. Oops. Like I said before, this space is a little awkward with everything set up, but very handy. Shawnee, you have that much experience too. Yeah, we're amazing. Usually if I'm just doing a TikTok live, I'm multi-streaming right now, but if I'm doing a TikTok live, I also have 80s music going. But today I needed something that was, because I'm streaming to YouTube, you gotta follow the rules. I can definitely add a little purple to the background too. So I think I'm going to start with the gray kind of up here. They were the best, Shani. I love the 80s. I'm never growing up, I swear. And then I'm going to use this silver gray kind of down here, and then maybe a little purple down towards the bottom. Oh, you don't still get it. I'm sure you don't. Okay. So I'm going to start really, really lightly. Oh my God, look what I just did. Okay. That I can fix later. These stay wet for a long time, apparently. See who sucks now? Me. I'm just going really, I'm going to start out really gently. Adding the gray in the background here. Usually don't do the background. This is fun. I guess this is a good one because I don't have a lot of, there's not a lot to do. Can't believe I smudged that. Happy little accidents. I love that. I'm going to transition into the purple or the light gray or whatever the silver gray is. Really give it a good blend here. Where they're kind of overlapping. Darken that up a little bit. I'm going to do one side and then the other, just to make it easy. And lots of layers. I'm going to find a purple. I think I've got a nice purpley pink, I think would look nice. And I'm just kind of going in behind some of that green that I put down. I like that, I think. a little bit. Now, actually, oh wait, I was going to start shading this all together or smudging it all together. But let's do the side. You can see I've got that white acrylic all over my hands. I should have done those very, very last. Lesson learned again. I think I'd know by now. I do kind of want it to be soft. I don't want it to be too heavy. Or dark. I could have done this part with colors, or sorry, with the markers, but I do like the look of background sometimes when it's the colored pencils. You can have some fun with it. And try not to cover the page too much. The line where this page protector was. Let's smudge that out. And this yellow, I am going to lighten my pressure when I get around this where the light is. Light is showing. And I'm going to use that fluorescent yellow again, kind of blend everything together. So just really lightly here, a little bit of gray. Oh no, I didn't. It's here, but before I kind of add that yellow back in, I am going to continue with this guy. I'm just coloring right over those other flowers. And create like lots of layers, lots of layers. gray. I think I need to sharpen that one. Where did I put my sharpener? Really just going where the colors are overlapping and barely touching the page. And then I'll go back over again with the yellow. And I'll just blend those colors together. Add a little bit of this shadow here over top of that silver. I didn't do here. I think I did kind of with the marker, but I'm gonna add a little bit of shadow here. Sorry, I get sidetracked sometimes. Veer off course. No, I've not done diamond art. I have so many hobbies. I think doing diamond art would send me over the edge with just too many. Do you like it? Create a little bit more of a shadow behind here and round out this little bit of glare. Oh, that's awesome, Lena. Hobbies are important. Hobbies are a form of self-care, just so you know. I think everybody needs to know that. I'm so upset about this. I might go over a little, oh, maybe I'll just take some of this green and see if I can fix this up. Get a little bit of this. Okay, that's not too bad. I can hide it. And we have to use a dark red colored pencil that matches. So it's not going to, I don't want to put more marker on it, but I kind of want to take away some of these smudges. So I'll add this red. And then I'll add gray on top to kind of darken it up. Oh, awesome. I'll check you out. Oh, I'm glad you like the music. It's from LIVESTREAM. I think it's, I don't know, they provide it for you. I actually like it. I can't color without music. I'm glad I found this. I think this is called Chill. It's very calm. Okay, I don't want to ruin this. I had that problem the other day, and I went over things too much. Okay, now I wonder if I should start blending this together. Me neither, Lena. I can't function without music. It's literally, I have music on all the time. Okay, I think I'm going to start smudging this background. Blending it, I mean, with my smudging tool. So let's see if this makes a difference. It's gonna pull, it actually just kind of moves all of that pigment that you've deposited, all the wax, into the little dips in the paper. Oh, yeah. I know music is such a big part of our lives. Oh, I love it. I love how this turned out. Look at how pretty that looks. I went over a little bit there with the colored pencil, so I'm just going to use my eraser to tidy that up. That's the good thing about using colored pencils. Lena, that's awesome. Heat of the moment. That's amazing. Heat of the moment. It looks so good blended, doesn't it? You guys like that? What a difference between these two sides. It looks amazing. And you can play around with it. You can go over it. This book is from Amazon. This is Magical Fairy Homes. And links to everything is in my profile. That's so much fun to color. You can have so much fun with these. I'm going to start this side. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Let's see. I am using a little bit of pressure as I'm blending. When you do move from the darker to the lighter colors, I do kind of lighten up my pressure, just so I don't kind of wash out those colors. I really want this to kind of glow, so I don't want to take away too much. But I also want that gray to kind of show through. The colored pencils are the Color colored pencils. And they're amazing. But if you're looking for something that's budget friendly, try the Amazon Basics. I have those too, and I love them. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Really want this to be blended in. What I'm going to do now, my pen, is use the same white. Actually, use a smaller. I have a couple of these white acrylic markers. Oh, they're water-based. That's probably why they're not covering as much. They are nice. But I'm going to add, I think, a couple of little dots in and around. I don't even know if you guys can see these. And over here, a couple along here. Adding, like stippling, it just adds a little bit of whimsy. So stippling is when you use little dots. And I find that it just adds a little fun to your page. Mm, And I'm going to add a couple in these flowers. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some light shines and then smudge it out. Since I've already got marker on my hands. And same up here. Like if you want anything lighter, you can always add a little bit of marker and then smudge it out with your hand. But guys, I think this is pretty good. Lena, I'm probably not today, but I might come back later tonight. I guess I gotta spend some time with my husband today. Before he goes back to work tomorrow. And I have cardiac rehab tomorrow. So I'll be probably not going live until the afternoon. Or sorry, yeah, or later on in the evening tomorrow. Well, guys, what do you think? I think it turned out pretty good. I do like the background. Might add a little bit. I know I always say I'm done and then I go back and I add a little bit more. Oh, that looks better. Just blending the colors together. Flutter quotes, thank you so much. Thank you. I can't believe I smudged this one out. Let me see if I can, maybe I can use this gray to kind of hide it even more. I don't want to ruin it, but gosh, a little disappointing. Anyways, maybe I'll try the acrylic over top. Oh, those are acrylics. What am I talking about? Why did this one say water? Oh, it didn't. It said acrylic. Never mind, you guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I think that's it for the day. Let me show you the page I colored the other day. Talk about liking purple and pink. There's a pink one with a purple door. I do like the ones on the black background as well. This would be a fun one to do next. Maybe I'll do that one next. Let's see. This book is so fun. I love the background on this one. This is the one we just did today. That's the one I did on the second. And do I have another one at the front here? Yes. I did that one a few days ago. But super fun book. Thank you, Mom. It does look cozy. It's so much fun to color. Right? Like, how cute is that? I'm gonna go over later with the with my other marker to kind of fix this up a bit. Thank you for the rose, Ishbelia. You came back. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys got me to 3,000K. 3,000K. Get you 3K. 3,000K would be unbelievable. I wouldn't believe it. And so I'm also happy that I figured out to put everything in this little holder instead of dumping it all over the side of my desk. So today was good. Today was a good coloring day. So you guys, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you are watching on TikTok, I also have a channel on YouTube where I do live coloring as well and have longer content there. So follow me there. All the links to everything is in my profile, all the supplies I use, and that's it for now. We'll see you guys next time. I'm hoping to come back again tonight after everyone heads to bed. Okay? Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.